Hello, my friends. It's Jory with the Blissful Knowing, numerologist, intuitive counselor, and transformational life coach, here with our June energy report and guidance. I got a huge download about guidance today, to do guidance today, more than talking about the energies, quite possibly, because we're going to switch it up. Let's just say that. We've got energies that are switching things up, and we are going to do two significant readings with the cards, which we normally do one or the other. So this is exciting. I'm excited and I want to get started on it. I just want to say hi to everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. The energies are moving so quickly, so fast. We have so much mental energy, and we have recently let go of 4 energy from May, which was kind of keeping us confined. Hi, Yvette, yay! And keeping us a little bit slow and stuck and steady. And now that we've shifted into June's energies, it's like we're just out of the gate. It's like there's nothing holding us back anymore. Moving from 4 into 5. So 4 would be like inside the box, and then 5 would be expanding out of the box. And where 4 is slow and steady, building one brick at a time for a solid foundation, the 5 energy is like, it just moves out in all directions. It's expansive. It's a catalyst energy. Now, the sun has also moved into Gemini, which is very, very speedy, because Gemini is ruled by Mercury, the fastest, most speedy planet. And Gemini is the mind. It's the quick mind. We've got so many planets in Gemini right now, including Jupiter, which is the planet of luck and abundance and expansion. And so every one of us has a new area it depends on your chart, but Jupiter has moved into Gemini, so it's moved into the Gemini area of your astrology chart. And it's important to know where you have these early degrees of Gemini in your astrology, because that can change and add expansion to a whole new area of your life. So it's very exciting. And of course, this is something I can look at in your chart when we do a private session. But this is big because Jupiter only moves once a year, moves signs. It takes 12 months to move a sign. So this is a whole year-long transit of expansion in a new area of your life. And if it hasn't switched houses yet, if we're looking at a Placidus chart, it may still be in the house it was in when it was in Taurus, but it will be moving eventually into another house, another area of your astrology chart. When we look at whole sign astrology, and we look through predictive transit astrology through whole signs, when we look at it that way, then definitely every time that a planet moves into a new sign, it moves into a new house of your chart, a new area of your chart. Anyway, I don't want to get too technical with that, but that's a really big deal. So if you and I are connecting for a session soon, we definitely want to look and see where these early degrees of Gemini are in your chart, because all of these planets, we have Venus, we have Jupiter, we have Mercury, we have the sun, they're all in Gemini right now. So there's a lot of action in that area of your chart right now, doing a lot of things, activating an area of your chart. So we should look at that, but you do need to know your exact birth time in order to know exactly what house Jupiter is moving through. We can look at other things without your exact birth time, but to know what house, what area of the chart, we do need an exact birth time. Fortunately, numerology does not need an exact birth time, so we can still see what month you're in for June, what the theme is for your year. There's just tons of information we can get. Even without numerology or astrology, we go straight to your guides and download exactly what they want us to know. So we're good. You'll get the clarity you need, guys. Anyway, so we moved from 4 and 5 in May to 5 and 6 in June, and we moved from Taurus into Gemini, and then June is also going to have Cancer energy. Now 5 and 6. 5 is very much like Gemini. It's quick, it's changeable, it's mutable, it's fast. It doesn't stick so much or commit. It's like a butterfly. And Cancer energy, which we'll have around the 20th, 21st, I don't know the exact date that it shifts, that is more like the 6th energy that we have for June, which is family and nurturing and love and healing. So all month long for June, we have 5 and 6. And I'm very familiar with these energies. You may have seen my written post, because I am a 5 life path with a 6th birthday. So we've got this very excited 5 energy that wants to expand. It's entrepreneurship. It loves change. It loves freedom. It's very flexible. It's very go with the flow. It's very live in the now. It's excited. And so it wants to get out. It's reckless, restless, risk-taking, brave, bold. And then we have the 6 energy, which is in contrast, which is I want to stay home and be settled and be responsible and nurture. I'm seeing my neck and I'm like, oh my gosh, I got such a tan on my face and I'm laughing. I'm like this giant white neck. I'm like, cover that up. I'm sorry, I had an ego moment, guys. I was like, it's like blinding me. It's like bright, stark white. Anyway, back to the task at hand. I apologize. There goes the ego. So 5 is very mental, and Gemini energy is very mental. With all these planets in Gemini and this 5 energy, there's a lot going on up here. A lot of mental stimulation. 5 and Gemini are curious. They want the information. They're seeking things. And so there's a lot, guys. 6 wants to ground it down and be responsible. But I feel that the 5 and the Gemini are winning. I don't know about you guys. Are you having a lot going on up here, especially with Jupiter in Gemini, expanding the mental energies, expanding the social connections of Gemini? And it's an air sign. It wants to talk. Gemini's communication and teaching and learning. Hi, everybody. Hi, Lisa. So good to see you. Okay, so maybe you can hear me talking fast. That's part of the Gemini, Jupiter and Gemini and 5 energy. It's just rapid mental processes, rapid communication, a lot of, like I said, social butterfly here and there, networking, resources, a lot going on. Anything else that wants to come up? Okay, so 5 is also indulgent. It lives in the now. I might have said that. But so where 5 wants to go out and eat all the things, 6 wants to stay home and cook all the things, and be a little bit healthier, because it is more of a nurturing, wants to nurture itself and nourish itself with more of the healthy kind of food, where 5 is like, I'm living in the now and I'm just going to eat everything because it's yummy. It's kind of like Taurus in that way too. All right, I think I covered that. It feels weird because I just spit that all out so fast. Is that really all that wanted to be said? I want to go back and just rewind to something I said earlier, which is we left the 4 energy of May, which can feel confining and restricting, but stable. So we may be feeling destabilized, especially May 18th, we had a Uranus-Venus conjunction, which could bring out of the blue shifts in your love life, in your financial situations, because Venus rules love and money. Uranus shakes things up to get you on a different path, a newer, better path. So something might have come up for you around then. I know we had a full moon. Sorry, I'm dragging this chair. I know we had a full moon in Sagittarius that was very powerful too. I don't want to go into too many transits in astrology because I have a lot of cards to do, you guys. This is what I was told to do. Talk about changing things up and shaking things up. I asked my guides, should I do the have, want, need, get spread, or should I do what I did last time I was on? What are we learning? What are we moving towards? Advice to take along the way. And I could not get an answer. I was getting a none of the above with my pendulum. And so finally I came to the conclusion, let me just ask, am I supposed to do both of these readings? And it said yes. So we have 7 cards to do today. I only have 6 card holders, so this will be interesting. 7 cards, so we're doing 2 significant spreads. Instead of doing the blessing to remember and the challenge to embrace, we're doing it so different. So we are going to do 4 cards like we always do from the Blissful Knowing Inner Guidance cards. Remember, you can download this on the Deckable app. I believe you can do free trials now, but it's instant download. Anywhere you are in the world, you can get these cards right now on your phone if you go to the Deckable app, DECKIBLE, and just search the name Jory and you'll see all 3 of my decks. Anyway, we're going to do have, want, need, and get like we always do. Okay, then we're going to do, this is what they said to do. Try to remember it. What are we learning from the Love is Everywhere deck, the Hearts in Nature deck? What are we moving toward from the Zen Blossoms Flowering Intuition cards? And then we're going to get our advice to take along the journey from the Bliss deck. So I hope I can keep track of all this, but considering all of the energy that's in Gemini with the mental processes, I think I can handle it. I think I can. So let me pull our cards. I'm excited, you guys. We've never ever done this before, where we are doing 2 significantly powerful guidance packed readings. Okay, I shouldn't have done that. Oh well, too late. All right, so have, want, need, and get first. I was watching an old replay of an old live stream I did where I used to do the magic shuffle. Do you guys remember the magic shuffle? You remember that, where I'd go and they'd fly out and we get these jumper cards and we get 2 at a time, and I was missing that. I'm like, oh my god, 2 at a time. But I'm like, that would be even more than 7 cards. You can't have that. That's just crazy time. We'll be here all night. Okay, so we're going to do, what are we learning from the heart cards? Then we're going to do, what are we moving toward? This is just so much faster and less noisy. No clicky clicky. Hi guys. Oh my god, I said that in 2 you guys, 2 cards stuck together. So I guess I was having a premonition. Oh well, we're doing it. We're doing 2 cards for what we are moving toward. That's exciting. So much 5 excitement. And then we're going to do 1 last card from the Bliss deck for advice to take along the way. Can you guys hear me? I just realized my fan is on. And I forgot, I just found this. Look at this, you guys. My mom had given me this. It's like a Bridgerton fan. Look, I'm so Bridgerton-ish. So we have that. I hope you guys could hear me during the fan situation. I forgot that I had that on. Yikes. That's not going to sound good on replay if it's affecting the microphone. I hope not. All right, well, at least it's off for the card portion of our show. All right, here we go. Have, want, need, and get from the Blissful Knowing. I've got my reading glasses ready. We are well equipped. Here we go. What we have. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's like a fan and a pom-pom because it's so good. I'm getting hot because it's so good. What do we have? Mission accomplished. Delicious. Isn't that yum? I love that. Mission accomplished. Let's see what it says. The yellow card I definitely can't read without glasses. Congratulations are in order. You have come so far and learned so much. Take some time to reflect back on all you have become. Now that you have made such beautiful progress, it's time to take things to the next level. Oh my gosh. Although a cycle is now complete, a new chapter awaits you with open arms. Give yourself the credit you deserve for all of your growth and carry this newly found confidence with you always. Delicious, you guys. We have mission accomplished. We have accomplished our mission. And I think that's really interesting because now that Jupiter has moved into Gemini, it's a whole new year-long chapter. It's a new mission as Jupiter moves through the Gemini portion of our astrology chart. Something new to focus on. We've learned and grown, and now it's time for something new. The next level, which Jupiter is about expansion, and so is 5 energy. It's catalyst energy. So something new is percolating. I hope you can feel it. Woo! Are you feeling the buzz? Are you feeling the pom-pom shaking within? Okay. So what do we want? Here we go. Okay. Yes, another yellow card. My eyes, my poor eyes. Keep the faith. We want to keep the faith. Yes, yes, yes. Especially, let me just say before I read, the 5 energy is so destabilizing. That's the job of the 5, to break up and shake up and get us to break out of those 4 corners of the box, those 4 walls of the box. Because remember, we were breaking out of 4 corners, 4 walls. We're breakout energy. 5 is breakout. So it's shaking things, breaking things up out of the comfort zone, out of the stability, out of the boring, same old routine that Taurus can like. We're breaking out and we're going, woo, what is out there? What is out there? Think about Gemini, how it's a butterfly and wants to go see everything and just flit, flit, flit. Let's go expand our horizons and see what is out there. That's what we need, because we cannot grow if we stay the same and stuck 4. We've got to expand. And that is why when people come to me in a session, it is very much a catalyzing experience. It gets them from A to B. It shakes them up and breaks everything up, their old stale thinking, and opens their mind and expands them. And they take this quantum leap often into this new trajectory of their life, because we shake off anything that's holding them back. So keep the faith is what we want. So if you're feeling like things are unsettled or not stable or not secure, they're just totally destabilized from all the 5 shake up, Keep the faith that things will fall into place. We're still in snow globe shaking energy. We did have that in May, but we had some grounding for energy and Taurus energy that was more stable. Now we're just shake, 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 shake. And we do have the 6, which wants to settle everything down and calm it down, but we're still in this destabilized energy. So keep the faith is what we want. Sometimes it is difficult to see how a situation will resolve itself. Know that life truly wants to bring you an improved experience. Affirm that a solution is available even if you can't see it or imagine it right now. If you find yourself overthinking, make a conscious effort to clear your mind through acts that center you, such as meditation, listening to music, immersing yourself in water, or spending some quiet time in nature. That is my ultimate healer. Nature is my healer. It's getting a little too hot. It's getting a little too hot to handle where I am in the Southwest, but oh my gosh, I'm milking every ounce of nature time I can get. So keep the faith, you guys. We have to remember that everything is happening for us, not to us, and that a bigger picture always remains. Even if things seem unstable or unpredictable or confusing or disorganized, they have a divine purpose. Chaos does bring order. Chaos does bring expansion. If you shake everything up and then it can recongeal into something new. That is the beauty of chaos. Okay, what do we need? Ooh, yes. Trust your intuition. This is my number one thing that I that I feel inspired to, I don't even want to say teach you, but to remind you of that we all have inner guidance. Trust your intuition. The ego mind may be taking over because there's so much mental energy. So we've got to get that nature time where we can tune in and remember what our higher self has been trying to tell us, or listen to those intuitive whispers so that we can keep the faith. Because once we get out of the ego mind, we can hear more clearly, we're going to be okay. Or this is all happening because of this, or just trust the timing, or whatever your intuition's telling you. For me, I've been having this thing. I've been having a lot of this thing where it's like my ego is going, whoa, and my higher self's like, come on, girl, you know like the truth, you know it, and you just are buying into all this crazy. And it's been funny because I usually am way more on the intuitive side than the mental side, but the Gemini Jupiter craziness is like, whew, it's a little bit harder to stay grounded and centered. I'm not gonna lie, guys, it's whirlwind. Trust your intuition. Usually during Gemini season in June, we don't have 5 energy, but when you couple it with the 5 and Jupiter expanding and all these other planets going on, it's a lot. So we need to trust our intuition. And if you have a hard time tuning into your intuition, that is why I'm here to help you so you can hear what your guides have to say more clearly. Each of us is born with an internal guidance system that gently leads us in the direction of our desires. Learn to recognize and trust your inner voice. The more you consult and trust your intuition, the smoother your life will flow. Ask yourself if you have been ignoring or disregarding your gut feelings and instincts. It's time to pay closer attention to the subtle messages your higher self is offering you. They're subtle, guys. They're whispers. And with all this mental chatter, it's really hard to hear those background whispers. Trust your intuition. Working with these cards is a great way to trust your intuition. Working with them on the phone, on your digital app, or the hard copy. They're on sale. Great way to connect with your intuition, to get beautiful reminders that all is well and why things are happening and what we need to do. Like, I got to take a step back today, and I knew I needed to take a step back from something, and I was just like seeing that card. I was like, okay, I'm hearing clearly, I'm hearing accurately what my inner guidance was already telling me this morning before I saw the card. It was just that confirmation, like, yes, just shift your focus. Okay, so what we get, ooh, this is juicy, you guys. Create a connection. That reminds me, I didn't mention something I mentioned in my write-up about June if you didn't see it, that because 6 is romance and love and 5 is expansion, 6 is also family and relationships in general and healing, you may find that there's some relationship in your life that is expanding right now, or that comes out of the blue, which is another aspect of 5. So it can be a very romantic time. There's a reason why people get married in June more than any other month, because of the 6 energy of romance, and the Cancer energy, which is family. So create a connection is what we get. Now, it can be a business connection. It can be a healing connection. Maybe you want to talk to me. That would be a healing connection. Someone that can help you no matter what you need. Maybe you just need some more clarity. Maybe you need to know where you are on your path, because you are feeling that 5 confusion, lack of direction and clarity. So here's what we get. Create a connection. Life has been working behind the scenes to find the perfect person to assist you in manifesting your desires. Follow your intuition and reach out to the first individual that comes into your mind. This person can offer you knowledge, growth, and the ability to help you get to where you want to go. Yes, that is poofalicious. Create a connection. Relationships are important, especially in the 6th month, 6th energy of June. 5 is saying be bold, be open-minded, follow your curiosity and excitement, and connect with whoever this person is that can help you to heal, that can help you get back into your heart, that can help you to feel love for yourself again, which is something that I love to do for my clients. Oh my gosh, because I just want to celebrate all that you are. Okay, so we have, oh my God, 4 more cards, you guys. This is craziness. I can't believe this is like the big kahuna. 5 expanded, Jupiter expanded guidance. So really quick, we'll just go over these again. So we have mission accomplished. We have now taken it to the next level. 5 is ready to break out and take it to a new level with catalyst expansive energy. Jupiter in Gemini is shifting our focus to a new area of our astrology chart, a new house in our astrology. So something has been accomplished. We've learned what we need to learn. 4 energy from May was learning lessons, getting to the root of things. We've learned it's time to now expand. But we do want to keep the faith if things are unsettled. If the snow globe chaos is overwhelming and we feel disorganized and we feel ungrounded and we don't know where we're going, it's confusing, just know that we can keep the faith. When we trust our intuition, it's easier to keep the faith. So tap into that intuition and listen. Get out of the thinking mind. I know it's hard in this Gemini and 5 season, you guys. I'm telling you, I already said it, but it's been even challenging for someone like me who is very, very tuned into my intuition. So I can help you if you need it. The fortunate thing about me is that when I'm working with somebody else, I can very, very clearly pull out of my ego. My ego steps aside for all sessions when I do that meditation before the session, and I connect directly with your guides for 15 minutes before we talk on the phone. And I have my notes from your guides before we even get on the phone. So that's not a problem. Anyway, so we've got to trust our intuition, work with the cards, get out in nature, talk to somebody like me. And then that's what create a connection can be. It can be connecting with nature. It can be connecting with a friend who can give you some clarity and advice. It can be connecting with me. It can be anything, but create a connection. It can be a new love. It could be a family member. It could be healing a relationship. It could be expanding a relationship. It's exciting, you guys. It really, really is. All right, I'm going to take these cards down and we're going to go to the second act of our guidance. We're going to go to the second portion, our completely different reading. And I'm going to take these off so I will have all these little card holders to work with these next 4 cards. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we have 4 cards on a 3-card spread. Here we go. Oh, thank you so much. Lisa says, Jory, your readings are always beautiful and inspiring. Thank you. So sweet. Okay, so good to see you again. All right, so we have 4 cards. We have what are we learning? We have 2 cards for what are we moving toward. I'm so excited to see those. And then we have a card for advice to take along the journey. Let's see what we've got. I love this spread so much, you guys. If you have these cards at home, you should definitely try this spread. It's such a good one. It is on the app. If you have the app, It's already lined up for you. You just have to select that particular reading. What are we learning? Oh my gosh, this is funny. I didn't expect this one. Rest. We are learning rest. That is hilarious to me. Yes, it is. We are learning rest because I'm getting so many things. And this is what I love about the heart cards. It's one word, but you can get so many messages from just one word. What are we learning? We're learning rest. All right. So we have this rock. This was taken, this picture, remember I saw this rock in Albuquerque, New Mexico when I was visiting family, and it looked like it was nestled amongst those 4 other rocks. So rest. Mental rest and physical rest. That's what I'm hearing. Mental rest and physical rest. Why mental rest? Because of what we've been saying. All of the mental processes are expanded so much for really the next year, but especially this month. I'm laughing because my hammock is literally, the wind is blowing it sideways up against the window, and I'm like, okay, rest. The hammock's like, get in the hammock. And this thing's like flying up in my face right now. So we need a mental rest in order to hear those intuitive whispers. Like I mentioned when we had trust your intuition. We need to shut off the brain. We need to learn to shut off the brain. We need to learn to ground and meditate to shut off the thinking mind, okay? Because we're not going to get answers from the thinking mind. That comes from the higher mind. That comes from the intuition. But we also need physical rest. And it's hard because these energies are very hyper. 5 is very hyper. Gemini is very hyper. It's air sign. It's very speedy. But the 6 energy that we have for June is that couch potato nestled in the nest, settled energy. And it's like really wanting to get some attention amongst all this crazy 5 Gemini energy, which is like, it feels like it's 90% mental speed and 10% rest. Physical rest. That's how the proportion feels off balance, especially this month. Normally, we would not have 5 energy in a 6 month, only every 9 years. So mental rest and physical rest. And a lot of people have been telling me how tired they are this month because 6 energy is like a molasses. It's like glued to the furniture. Sometimes I'll wake up on a 6th day and I'll be like, I feel like I'm glued to the mattress and I cannot peel myself off. It's a homebody couch potato nestle energy. Cancer is the family, the nest, the home, which we're moving into Cancer towards the end of June, like I said, around the 20th. So maybe 21st. So we have got to rest and find balance. And something else just came through. Did it go? I feel like it just left. Oh, 6, something I didn't mention about the 6 energy we have this month is that it can feel overwhelmed with responsibilities. And it can get off balance. Ooh, here it comes, between giving and receiving. It gives so much from its heart. It gives so much. It's about being of service. And this is a lesson of the 6 that I had to learn the hard way. Because I love to give. I have a lot of Cancer energy in my chart. So I do love to give. And I have that 6th birthday, I have a 6 maturity number. And then what happens when you give too much? You get burnt out. You have nothing left to give. Your cup is empty. And then you need to find your balance and love yourself and restore your cup. So this is also, to me, about giving and receiving and finding balance between giving and receiving, resting from giving, not just resting from mental thinking, but resting from giving so that you can find balance. Give yourself a rest, a nap, a timeout, a mental timeout, maybe in nature. Maybe put some music on, maybe get in the bathtub, whatever it takes, whatever works for you. Stare at a candle, talk to a friend, talk to me, whatever it is. Give your mind a rest. Put your mind at ease. That's what I just heard. Put your mind at ease and your body at ease. Good luck. I can't imagine my body at ease because the moon's in Aries today and I've gone to Pilates, I think 10 times in a week. I mean, I've gone to multiple classes in a row. So much energy from this 5 that just wants to keep going and pushing and expanding. Whoa. I mean, maybe you guys can hear how like ungrounded the energy is. I'm like grabbing my crystals here. Okay, my meditation wands with black tourmaline to ground. All right, so we're learning rest. Isn't that funny, guys? I want to also say that as a society, I really do believe that we're all learning how to rest, and we're learning the value of rest, because society has programmed us with like a slave mentality that our worth comes from our productivity, or our worth comes from how much we give and put out. People pleasing, slaving away to others, bending over backwards, trying to make everybody else happy and forgetting to take care of ourselves. So giving yourself permission to take a time out, to take a nap, to just unplug and give yourself back that energy that you so generously give out to others will bring balance to your life. It will put you back in your heart center. If you're thinking about all the things you have to do for everybody else, or just even have to do in general, that's up here in your mind. So we want to drop it down into our heart. And I actually, when I watched that live stream that was on, there was a replay from years ago, we were talking about the sixth energy, and I talked about taking your hands and like pulling the energy down into your heart. And there's something about putting your hands over your heart that drops your consciousness, that centers you. You can hear it in my voice. Out of your head, lowering into your heart, dropping down into your heart. You hear how I've gone down an octave? So bringing the energy down, settling down, settle. It's hard for Gemini to settle because it's so flitty. It's like a marble run in your brain. So let's bring the marbles down, down, down. Your heart is its own brain. Your heart has intelligence. It's emitting communication out through the toroidal field, connecting with other hearts all over the world. Okay. Wow. Did we ever get centered, guys? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Send some hearts if you feel like you're more in your heart after that moment. All right. So we are learning to rest, and that it's okay to rest, and that rest brings us back into balance and harmony and centeredness. I mentioned in my write-up about heart coherence, the Heart Math Institute, finding coherence between your mind and your heart, perfect balance between the 5 mind and the 6 heart, and how there's been medical studies that show the difference in your physiology, in your mental, in your physical health when you find that sweet spot, that heart coherence. All right. I'll try to put my little write-up in the comments so you can see that. What are we learning? 2 cards, you guys. I think they're going to have a collective message. So let's see. We are learning, grace. Beautiful card. And value. Yum. Yum, 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 yum. Okay. Collective message, I don't know. I'm going to go individual and see if I can come up with a collective. I don't know. I'm going to go one at a time. So we're moving towards, did I say what are we learning? Because this is what are we moving towards. We're moving towards grace. Now, grace to me, this is a moss rose, by the way. Isn't that just so delicate and lovely? Grace to me, when I saw this image and I made this card, it means that that it's being held by the divine, being carried through life in the hand of God, so to speak. So seeing the divine thread throughout your life, trusting in the divine to lead you and carry you. This is what the 5 is asking you, to go with the flow, because 5 is going to bring dynamic changes, ups and downs, highs and lows, twists and turns. And so we've got to learn to go with the flow and trust that the current will carry us. And that's what grace is. It's the current carrying us. It's the divine hand holding us, keeping us safe throughout life. It's that divine thread that weaves through the tapestry of our life, where we have always been supported, cared for, and guided. So we are moving towards a situation. Well, I don't even want to say towards a situation. It's interesting that this came up for moving towards, but I think it is maybe about trusting in the divine, because it goes with keep the faith and trust your intuition. Trusting that there is a divine plan, even if things feel chaotic, and that everything's happening for us, not to us, that there is a purpose in the chaos. There's a purpose in the unpredictable and the confusing right now. Again, that chaos brings, when chaos gets restructured and reorganized, we have something new and improved. So we are moving towards grace, and however you guys want to interpret that, if you have your own way of interpreting that, please do comment and add to the clarity, the group clarity, because I think it's a really interesting card for what we are moving towards. But I really do feel that it's about trusting in the divine plan. When 5 is confusing and unpredictable and it's not linear 5. So we really don't know where it's going to end up. It's not like, oh, we're in A and then we're going to B and then we're going to C, like when we're in 4 energy. It's like it's going to zig, zag, left, right, up, down. Where's the roulette ball going to land? That's what I always say when we're in 5 energy. Who the heck knows where this ball is going to land? It's bouncing up and down. Will it land? It feels like it'll never land. And so we don't know. We don't know. We have clues when we look at numerology. We have clues when we look at astrology, but we don't know exactly where things are going to land, what's going to come out of the blue. So we have to trust in the divine plan and that we are being held by the divine. And that even though outside of us we may not feel that security we had with the 4, we have an internal security, a built-in security system, which is what keep the faith and trust your intuition. We're saying is that the true security we have is internal, trusting that we are being led and held by the divine, always supported with our GPS antenna. That's our only real securities. They're internal. So externals may feel chaotic. We may want to rest. Our brain may feel chaotic. It may want to rest. But internally, that internal peace can be found. And that grace can be found when we connect with the divine and say, I trust you. I don't know where I'm going to end up. I don't know why this is happening. I don't know where it's going to lead me, but I trust the plan because it's your higher self creating the plan. It's just you. You're just surrendering to the power that you have in your higher self that can see the big picture of your life. So now we're going to move to our second card for what we're moving towards, which is value. Now this is about self-worth, you guys. And we had this card come up in our last live stream. What were we learning? You deserve good things. We were learning about worthiness. Now we're moving towards physical reflections, manifestations of our worth because we learned our worthiness. Taurus is about self-worth. Hopefully we have gotten into a place of more stronger sense of self-worth, and we're moving towards reflections of people valuing us because we are valuing us. We are valuing us. And when we love ourselves and we value ourselves and we know our worth, then we can see reflections in others of how we feel about ourselves. Because remember, our externals are only a reflection, a projection of our consciousness out into our physical experience. So hopefully you're feeling that you value yourself. If you don't feel like you value yourself, let's talk privately in a session and I will pump you up. I will poof you up. I will remind you of how shiny you really are. We will look at your numerology, your astrology, and we will celebrate you. We will crank up your dimmer switch so you can remember who you are and you can tap into the fullness of who you are. And I will shake my pom-poms for you and celebrate you so you can get back into a place of self-worth. You are moving towards it. So whether you believe it now or you need a little boost, I got you. I got you. Self-worth. Moving towards valuing ourselves, finding more value in our lives, focusing on what we value in life. Let's think about what we value in life. If you don't know what you value in life, it's hard to manifest it. When you focus on the things you value, those are the things that you can align with because that's your intention and your focus. So I value peace and I live a peaceful life. Thank you. Thank you. I feel so blessed and abundant. I value connection and I feel so grateful for my beautiful clients and friends and loved ones for my connection. So what do you value? We're moving towards things we value and we are moving towards more reflections of our own value. All right, last card is advice to take on this journey. Here we go. Ooh, seeds of potential. I love this because I'm thinking about how Jupiter and 5 want to expand everything. So we have this seed with a lot of potential. To me, 5 expansion and Jupiter expansion is expanding potential. Seeds of potential. You are a field of infinite possibilities. There is tremendous potential in the new beginning that awaits you. Remain open to all opportunities and act on your ideas and inspirations. Trust that you will continue to be guided throughout the unfolding of this new endeavor. Okay, now remember, we're going to be guided step by step by step. Even if it feels chaotic, or if we can get back in the now, which is what 5's always asking us to do, if we can center into our hearts, like I said, find the coherence between our mind and our heart, and live in the now and with our antenna up, trust that moment to moment guidance from our GPS, our inner GPS, is only going to give us the turn by turn. It's not going to give us the final destination. It's only going to give us the turn by turn. But if we trust in the grace of life that we are being held by the divine and that everything that we're inspired to do has value, then this potential, this seed, can blossom and fruit. Seeds of potential. I love this. I love this. As a Taurus, I really love this because we're all about nurturing in the springtime, nurturing the seeds and everything blossoming. So, if I can recap, I don't know what we'll see. How much mental energy is left, we will see. We are learning the value of rest. We are learning the power of resting our mind, bringing peace to our mind, resting in our hearts, and physically giving ourselves the nourishment of rest, being me-sponsible. Me-sponsible. 6 is responsible, but taking care of you first to make sure your cup is full, that you're not giving out too much of your energy, that you're balanced, that you haven't put too much into something that maybe isn't giving back to you because you value yourself enough and you value the gift of your time and energy enough to know not to spread yourself too thin, especially not to invest your time and energy into something that doesn't have a good return on investment. If you're putting your energy into a relationship or a situation that you're not getting back what you're giving, you might want to take a rest. And then you might want to get still enough to ask yourself if maybe you should be redirecting your focus towards something that has more value, that can value you and that can give back value to you for all that you are investing in it. There's something on this. Hold on. That is so weird. There's something on the screen, you guys. Oh, I see what it is. Okay, it's a rose. It's a faded comment and there's a rose and it's just like really faded and it looks like it's on the wall. And I'm like, is there like a sticker on my wall that I didn't know? Who put it there? Okay, sorry, I lost focus. See, there we go again. Gemini brain all over the place. So where are we putting our time and energy? Where can we take a rest? Where can we take a break? Where can we get back into our hearts? And remember to value our time and energy and ourselves and what we contribute to relationships and to life so that we are in a situation where we're being valued equally. It's reciprocal. And trust in this field of infinite possibilities, which is so 5 energy, because that 5 energy, that roulette ball that is spinning and not landing, it's a field of infinite possibilities. We don't know where we're going to end up. But if we stay tuned in, when we go back to trust your intuition and keep the faith from our earlier spread, then we know that no matter what this seed is that we're planting, because think about this. I had this for a client once. I saw the image of a packet of wildflower seeds. And it's like, we don't know what flower we've planted. We don't know what the seeds potential is. We don't know what it's going to blossom into, but we can trust that it is what is best for us, and we can water it by giving it the time and energy, if we value it, the valuable time and energy that we have, as long as we're balanced, guys. Making sure we're resting. All right, this was a little bit of to me, this was a little, I don't want to say funny, but challenging reading for me to interpret. I think I did okay. I think I did okay. But it wasn't what I was expecting, which is so classic 5, expect the unexpected. I thought it was going to be more straightforward, But no, it was like, zoo, zoo. I'm like, oh, okay, where do I go with this? How do I interpret this? But we did it. Thank you, Gemini brain. But yes, 5's all over the place. It's not going to be cut and dry. It's going to be like, oh, this looks like it's something really, oh, wait, nope, this, nope, wait, this, okay, hold on, this has got to be it. Nope. Okay, now we're back to this, or now there's a new option. It's a little chaotic, or a lot. So make sure you're resting. Okay? So good to see you guys. So good to see you guys. Please say hi if you're watching the replay. Please connect with me if you feel inspired for a session, theblissfulknowing.com. Check out my decks on Deckable. The app is free to download, and you can go into their little shop and search Jory, see all my decks and download and start doing your own readings, or you can purchase them from the website, theblissfulknowing.com. I will link below my little blurb that I wrote up about June. And if you want to, I was going to say, if you want to know more about the personal energies that you're in, I have the 2024 personal year forecast on my site as well. Lots of clarity available to you, my friends. Great to see you. Please, again, say hi. It's been a while. I'd love to see that you were here. And I will be back whenever I am guided to do so, but it was great to see you all. Thanks so much, guys. Bye, everybody.